Hi, this is Sagi from Salto, and in today's video we're going to see our new conflict resolution flow. This is especially relevant for teams deploying from personal sandboxes to a shared environment. And this new mode allows you to compare your environment to an older version, pick the changes that you want to promote while ensuring you do not override or conflict with changes made by other members of your team. Let's get started. I have here two Salesforce CPQ environments, one representing my CPQ sandbox and the other one representing my CPQ production org. And here I have my Salesforce CPQ org open, and I have a cost field that is related to a product, a 15-inch laptop. And I want to update this laptop price. The price went up from $12.50 to $14.50. So I'm going to save this change, and I'm going to fetch this change back to Salto, so I'll get the most updated version of my configuration. Once the fetch is completed, I can look for that 15-inch laptop. There it is right here, and I can scroll down to the dependencies section to see the cost field. If I'll click on it, I can see that the new value I updated in my CPQ org is now also reflected here in Salto. So I'll go to the Compare and Deploy tab and choose this option, Find Environment Changes and Deploy. This new deployment mode allows me to compare my sandbox to an older snapshot, an older point in time, and to pick the changes that I want to move. So I'm moving these changes from my sandbox. I'm going to compare it to yesterday. I'm moving these changes to production, and I'm going to name this deployment laptop 15-inch cost update. Now Salto is going to compare my CPQ sandbox to an earlier point in time. And here I can see all the differences, and I'm going to look for the cost field, the field we just changed. And there it is. I can see the change I made, and I'm gonna select this one and push it to production. This is our conflict resolution screen. So as you can see, when Salto tried validating this change against production, it ran into a conflict. And if I'll click on the element and I'll click resolve, I can see exactly what the problem is. So what I can see here, that the change I'm trying to make is not really aligned with the current values of production. So I tried changing 1250 to 1450, while in production someone has already modified this value. So the cost value in production is 1500. So I have here a few options on how to resolve this conflict. I can either overwrite the current value in production and just take my changes to production, or I can keep the existing values as is in production, or I can do a manual edit and just enter a new value. So at this point, it's recommended to check with your team on who made the change and to align on what's the best way to address this conflict. In this scenario, I'm going to apply my changes and overwrite the current values of production. So I'm going to pick this option and click apply. And I'm going to now push these changes to production. We're going to see the deployment preview in a second. And there it is. Salto allows me to check this change again after the conflict was resolved. And you can see here that the before value is updated with the value we saw in production. And now I'm going to click deploy and push these changes to production. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching the demo. And this feature is now enabled in all of Salto's accounts, and it's applicable in all the different applications we support.